So let's take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, let out a big sigh. And again, inhale. Exhale, let out a big sigh. Roll those shoulders. First one direction, then the other, and then squeeze them up and let them drop. And squeeze them up and let them drop. And bring hands to heart center. Let's open class with an Om salutation. Om. And then let's take a moment to set our intention for the day, for our practice, and for our week. We're looking to have increased vitality, better health, relaxation, balance, groundedness, productivity. What do you want to set your intention for? Good, and we'll seal that intention with one more Om salutation. Big inhale. Om. All right, go ahead and wake up. Open your eyes. Let's wake up our body with our brain gym, massaging the scalp. Fingertips are like octopus suckers. You just move around the scalp, waking it up, giving your whole scalp a little massage. Get the brain oxygenated. Get the blood flow in there. Work out any tension that might be restricting blood flow to the area. And do your forehead. Get all along your hairline. Do your temples. Your cheeks. Your chin. And your throat. And the back of your neck. Give it a nice massage. Work the tension out. Good, and reach across, grab that trapezius, give it a squeeze, milk it. Find your tall finger, it should hit a bony prominence. That's the superior angle of your scapula. Go ahead and press on that. Helps to relieve tension up your shoulders and neck. And then squeeze the whole trapezius, hold that squeeze and turn the head side to side, waking up the cervical spine, as well as stretching that trapezius muscle. Good. One more time. And release that. Let's go over to the other side. Reach across, milk it, massage it. Work the tension out, any tension that might be in there. Use your tall finger right against that superior angle of the scapula. Press and hold. Take a breath or two. Give it a squeeze, and then turn the head side to side. Good. Nice. One more time. Oh, yeah. All right, let's zip it up. Drawing the energy up the midline of the body, up and over, zipping up. Nice. If you're zipping up your jacket, up and over. Good. We'll find our brain buttons. Take your right hand, place on your belly. Take the left hand, find the indentation right underneath your clavicle. So on either side of the sternum, you should have a little indentation here. And we'll stimulate those points. That's kidney points, kidney 27. Good. And then we'll switch hands. One hand on the belly, right below the navel. And stimulate those points. Brain buttons. Waking up our brain. Yeah. Good. Let's make an X, either with your fingers, stare at the X, give it a color if you'd like, or with your forearms. I'm going to make mine bright purple today. Just close the eyes, see that X in your mind's eye. You can also make an X out of your body. In your mind's eye, it should look like you've just looked at the sun and you have an image burned in your brain. If you're in an X with your body, it can be a dancing X, moving, stretching, stretching right hand and left foot away from each other, stretching left hand and right foot away from each other. And coming out of the X, we're going to go into the hookup. So we're going to first cross our legs. Then we'll cross our arms. Clasp the hands. Curl in. Hold that. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Give yourself a big hug. Let's activate the eyes as well, looking up and looking down, looking up and looking down, looking up and looking down. Nice. So release the hands, bring them to the shoulders, massage the arms all the way down a couple times. And then hug yourself. Say, I love you, self. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for showing up. And we'll go ahead and unwind our legs, switch them to the other side, switch the arms to the other side, curl it in, squeeze everything towards the midline. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Oh, yeah. And taking a couple of breaths. And looking up and looking down, activating the eyes, looking up and looking down and looking up and looking down. Release the hands. Go ahead and massage down the arms a few times. And then hug yourself. I love you, self. I appreciate you. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for doing this. And we'll unwind, come out of that. Let's take the hemispheres of the brain, feel them, weigh them. Left hemisphere and right hemisphere. And we're going to symbolically bring the hemispheres together, connecting into one whole brain as our fingers touch. Make an electrical sound. Really feel that connection. Connected brain, supercomputer in your head. Hold that connectivity, breathe. And then place that back in your cranium. Whole connected brain in your head. Let your fingers just slide down for positive points just above your eyebrow. Little indentation in the forehead. Stimulate those with some circular movements and a little bit of pressure. And go each direction. Allow your body and your mind to let go of any negativity, anything that no longer serves it, any stress, any worry. Replace it with positive thoughts, positive affirmations. I can do that. I can. I will. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am grounded. I am balanced. I am productive. I am loved. And release that. Let's stabilize the chin and wake up the eyes a little more. So staring at your fingertips, we're going to trace a figure 8 laying on its side, an infinity symbol. As you trace it, you follow your fingertips with your eyes, giving them a workout, taking them to every quadrant of visual range of motion. Good. If you miss a spot, you can't see your fingertips anywhere along this path, smaller circle will help that. Yeah. If you can see it just fine, see if you can challenge yourself. Make a little bit bigger circle. And bring that into the nose, switch hands, switch directions if you can remember which way you were going. If you can't, that's okay. Just follow the path. Again, exercising the eyes, waking them up, increasing our visual acuity. Just the eyes are moving and your hand is moving. Head stays stable. That's why we have the hand on the chin, holding the head in place. And last one, bringing it to center, bring it into the nose. And then let's massage our ears. Uncurling, unfurling them. And all the little nooks and crannies, stimulate the many, many hundreds of acupressure points we have in the ears. Stimulate those, move the blood. You can get right behind the ear. You can give your ears a nice little gentle pull, create a little bit more space between them. Good. And ready for cross crawl, hand and knee. Connecting right and left sides of the body. We cross the midline as we do cross crawl. And then elbow to knee. Really forearm to thigh, huh? And hand to foot in the back. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Hand, foot in the front. Tapping the heel in the front. We'll do elbows. Tapping the toes in the back. We'll do shoulders. Let's do two knees, two knees. In the back. Turn in place. And come down for earth buttons, grounding yourself. Feel your feet full and flat on the earth. Feel your connection with your fingertips just under your bottom lip and your other fingertips at the top of your pubic bone. Grounding yourself. Connecting the endpoints of conception vessel down the front midline of the body. Close the eyes, feel the feet connecting in and grounding themselves. Breathing. Let the heart rates low and calm down. And then switch space buttons. Feel the energy, draw it up from the feet, through the legs, through the torso, out through the crown of the head, and let it expand into the space all around you. Almost like a glowing aura. Energy all around your body, connecting you with the unlimited, unbounded potentiality of the universe. Feel the breath. Feel the connection. We're connecting the end points of governing vessel. Runs up the back, over the crown of the head, and to the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth. If you want to take your tongue and rest it there on the front of the mouth, on the top of the mouth, that will connect your microcosmic orbit, governing vessel and conception vessel, creating an energy line that circulates through the body. One more breath. Good, and let's just shake it out, shake it all out. Dance around a little bit, feel your body. Yeah, just move however feels like you want to move today. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Good, nice. All right. Taking another deep breath. We're actually gonna bring toes out, heels towards one another. And we're gonna come down into a couple of frog squats. We're gonna go down and up. So squatting down, let your hands rest on the earth, and then coming up. And squatting down, and coming up. And squatting down, and coming up. And squatting down, and coming up. Squatting down, and coming up. And squatting down, and coming up. Two more. Good. Last one. Nice. Go ahead and separate the feet and hang over, bringing pinkies to elbow creases. Sway gently side to side, releasing that back. Keep those knees soft, slightly bent. Take a couple of deep breaths, letting out big sigh breath on the exhale. Just releasing any tension, any soreness. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and come all the way down into a seated position. And we'll begin to generate some more energy. So hands are about at a 45-degree, and they're going to clench your fingertips in towards your palm. Extend the thumbs out. Imagine an arc of energy between your two thumbs, okay? Close the eyes, bring the awareness and attention, your focus to your third eye point, right here between your eyebrows. And we'll begin breath of fire. Powerful breath in and out through the nose, pumping the abdominal muscles in and out. As rapid as you feel comfortable with. Inhale. Bring the fingertips, the thumbs to touch above the head. Squeeze like you're doing a Kegel, your root chakra. Squeeze it in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open the palm. And then exhale. Just let the hands float down, tracing the sides of your aura, your energy line. Good. Nice. Take a moment to play with the neck here. We'll look up and down. We'll look left and right. And we'll bring the chin to chest and do some full circles with the head and neck. Full circles. Good. Reverse direction. Nice. And then placing our hands over our ankles, we'll begin some spinal flexion. So up and down. Turn to the side so you can see. So forward and back. Just as if you're doing cat-cow. A little bit more fluidity, not quite as big of a movement. Just starting to wake up that spine a little bit more. Continue. I'm just turning back to face you. Good. And let's hold on to our knees and we'll grind, circling around the waist. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Reverse directions. Good. And pausing, we're gonna hold our knees. We're gonna continue spinal flexion, getting a little bit higher up the spine. And hold in an arc. Bring the chest open. Draw the arms back. In fact, clasp them behind your back. Open up the chest. Let the head drop back a little. Open up the chin, the throat. Let everything just shine. Your heart shine towards the heavens. And then bring head back, and I'm going to invite you to hold on to your right wrist with your left hand and draw the shoulder down and back as you turn the head and let the ear fall towards the opposite shoulder. And bring that up, reverse it. So using your left hand to clasp your right wrist and pull back and down. At the same time, your ear goes towards the opposite shoulder. Nice side neck stretch. Good. And coming back up. Bring the shoulders up and down, down some. Down, 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 down. And then squeeze them up. Squeeze, 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 and let it drop. And one more time, squeeze them up and let them drop. And let's go ahead and go into a spinal twist from here. Placing your hand on your opposite knee, twisting, your hand is right behind your sacrum, pushing yourself up nice and tall as you look over your back shoulder, wringing gently out the spine. And slowly unwind, and let's go over to the other side. Gently wringing out the spine, looking over your back shoulder. Very gentle, easy spinal twist. Just going as far as your body feels comfortable going. And coming back. Good. Let's go ahead and roll onto our backs. And we're going to place our hands on our thighs. Feet are up. We're going to do a gentle bicycle. Extend the left leg out and then draw it back in and extend the right leg back. Keeping the feet just about 2 feet up from the earth, 18 inches, something like that. Extend, release. Creating a little more movement in the hips. Extending the legs. Nice. Go ahead and release that. I'm going to invite you to bring your heels towards your buttocks. You want knees stacked above heels. You might be able to reach them, you might not. You can place the hands face down on the mat. We're going to push into our feet, extend out through the knees, and lift the waist up. Holding that bridge pose, breathe into it. If it feels comfortable and you have enough room, you can clasp your hands underneath your buttocks and you can draw your shoulder blades in towards one another as you hold this bridge pose and breathe. Go ahead and slowly release the hands, place them back on your sides, and let the spine come down vertebra by vertebra, waist, the last part to come down. Keep the feet where they are. We're going to move into a little bit of a moving bridge. So as you inhale, arms draw up and over the head and the waist lifts. And as you exhale, the arms come back down and the waist comes back to the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Go ahead and extend those legs out for a moment. Let the palms turn towards the sky. And just take a couple breaths here. We'll go ahead and roll over onto our bellies. And we'll go into some rolling cobras. So bring your hands back so that your fingertips are in line with your shoulders. Bring heels and toes to touch. And we'll just lift without using the hands. You can take the earth. Let's do 4 of those. Inhale up. And lower. In up. And lower. And inhale up. And lower. Good. Now go ahead and extend the arms in front of you. And we'll lift the arm and the leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. So reaching back with the left foot as if you're pushing a wall, reaching forward with the right arm and lower. And opposite leg, reaching with the right leg, reaching with the left arm. Opposite directions and lower. 2 more on each side. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to lift everything up. Arms, legs. Reach, reach, reach those arms and legs in opposite directions. Bring the arms to the side like you're a giant airplane. Fly. And lower everything down. Rest for a moment. Go ahead and push yourself up into tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. And we'll move into some cat-cows here. Flexing and extending the spine. Use your breath to flow with the movement. Then we're going to kind of circle around the body. Other direction. And then curl the toes under and walk the hands back just as far as is comfortable till you feel a good stretch right at the base of the toes. If you want to come up straight and sit back on those toes, that's great. You may not be there. You may have more than enough stretch down here. Stay wherever you feel the stretch. If you're down here, you can turn the palms backwards, and that way you can get a stretch in the wrists as well. Go ahead and release the toes, tap the toes out, and you can sit back and just hold this hero's pose for a moment. If you need a pillow, you can roll the mat up, whatever you need here so that you can sit back comfortably. And then coming back onto all fours, tabletop, we'll extend the left leg back and the right arm forward. And then we're going to touch elbow to knee. We'll do that about 10 times. So extend and contract. Extend and contract. Elbow to knee on this one side. Nice stable base. Last one. And then hold it up, hold. And set everything down. Switching sides, extend right leg back, left leg forward. And then elbow. Last one. And hold, reach them in opposite direction. Hold that steady. And then release it down. Good. This time we'll step forward with our left foot and slide the right leg back. Let the pelvis drop towards the mat. Feel the stretch in the iliopsoas muscle. You can come up onto your knee, hold here. You can reach all the way up to a nice low lunge. And then we're going to open, twisting, arms open, and then reach back. Come back up to center. And place the hands back down. And we're just going to switch legs. A nice low lunge. Let the pelvis drop towards the mat. If you feel stable here and you want to come up onto the knee, bring hands to the knee. If you don't feel stable, widen your stance a little bit. Create a little more space there. And then bringing the arms all the way up. We'll open up to the side and then we'll reach back and down. Come back to center. And release down to the mat. Good. From here, I'm going to invite you to curl your toes. We're going to come up into a downward facing dog. Separate the feet a little bit. Walk them out. Walk the hips out. And let's just hold here for a moment. Breathing. Come up on the toes and then slowly lower those heels down. Keep the knees bent so that the sacrum can move higher, back is straighter. And breathe. And we're going to reach our right leg back, three-legged dog, and then we're going to bend the knee and just open up the hip, circle the hip, first one direction, then the other. And then square the hips once again. And one time, knee to nose. Release that back up. And then I'm going to invite you to step through, but I want you to step through wide. So your foot is nice and stable and almost to the edge of your mat. Your other foot, bring it to the edge of the mat and turn it so that the toes are to the 45. Nice solid base here. We're going to come up into warrior one, bending that front knee, stacking the knee above the ankle. If you need more width, give yourself more width. You want to be nice and stable. Hips want to be pointed straight ahead, same alignment as your knee. Holding up here, warrior one. I'm going to invite you to sweep the arms down, clasp the hands behind you, open the heart towards the heavens. Feel that stretch. Then we're going to humble our warrior by slowly dipping our chest down in alignment with our knee. And just hold here. Bring the hands up as far as you comfortably can, opening up, stretching those shoulders. And coming up again, release the hands, reach up towards the sky. Again, let's open to the side and reach back and down. Open again to the side. And then sweep the arms up. Hands to heart center. Take a breath. And then lower down and step back into plank pose, high push-up position. Holding this high push-up. Extend out through the heels and out through the crown of the head. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Nice, solid. Breathe and hold. We're going to lower our knees down and then our belly, chest, chin coming into upward facing dog. If you can lift the knees off the earth, do so. Stretching and opening that heart forward. And then knees come back down. Curl the toes under and coming back up into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet again. And then lift both feet and then press the heels down and take a couple more breaths here. And we'll lift the left leg up and back, and then we'll bend the knee and open the hip. Circle, first one direction, then the other. And squaring the hips once again, knee to nose. And release back. And then step through, step it wide to the edge of the mat. Turn the back toes so they're at the 45 and the toes are at the edge of the mat. So you have a nice wide solid stance. And then we're gonna come up into warrior one on the other side. Arms reach towards the sky, palms facing one another. Breathe. And then sweeping the arms down, clasp the hands behind the back, pull them down, open that chest up, open the throat. Let the heart shine towards the heavens. And then lowering down, folding forward, humble your warrior. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And standing up again and release the hands, come back up. We'll open to the side. Reach back down the leg. Reach up. And then back to open to the side. Nice little twist here. And sweep both hands up. Sink down just a little bit. Good. Warrior one pose. Hands to heart center. Take a breath. And place the hands back on the mat. Step back into high plank. Feel that solidness. Hold it for a couple breaths. Feel your strength. One more breath. And lower knees down, lower hips down, belly, chin, chest. And then up, we're facing dog. Bring the knees back to the earth and sit back into child's pose. Reach forward with the arms. Coming out of child's pose, we'll come back into a downward facing dog, lifting the right leg back and up, three-legged dog, and then sweep it through for half pigeon. Align the front of your leg with the front of your mat. Your foot comes near your wrist. Find a comfortable position here. If your hips are really tight, your heel might be closer to your body. Sit up tall. Make sure hips are aligned. If you have a block or a bolster, you can put it underneath your hip for support. And then we're going to slowly lower down. You can set your head on stacked wrists or hands. Just breathe into the places where you feel the stretch happening. Breathing, just feeling the body, using your mindfulness to connect in. Notice how it feels. Notice any sensations Notice the breath. Notice your heartbeat. Go ahead and ease out of that. First come up, and then we'll release that leg, shake it out back there. And come back into a downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet once again, get some circulation back in that leg. And then we'll lift the left leg up and we'll bring it through half pigeon on the left side. Slide your right leg back, sit up tall, align your hips, feel where you feel the stretch, get yourself support if you need it under the hip, and then we'll start to walk ourselves down. Stacked wrists, stacked hands, let your head relax and rest. Bring your focus and your attention to where you feel the stretch in your hip. Breathe into it. Deep, slow breathing. With each exhale, just let go a little bit more. Taking a breath, start to come up, first sitting up tall, and then curling the toes of the right leg so that you can shake that leg out as you release it back, and then come back into downward facing dog, pedal out the feet once more. Then we'll go ahead and come down to a seated position for Jani Harasana. So place your left leg, foot against your thigh, turn so that you're lined up with your toes, bring the toes up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale forward, fold. Wherever you reach is perfect. So whether that be at your knee, at your calf, your ankle, the sides of your foot, your toes, wherever you are, just take a breath, hold there, feel the stretch. Let the head release and drop towards the knee. And then I'm going to invite you to look up, take your palm to the inside of your foot, draw the arm across the body and extend it out, opening up that chest. If it's on the inside of the ankle, that's fine. Wherever you can hold is perfect. And then sweep the arm back. Take that arm, hold on to the outside of the foot, and open the opposite arm back. Getting a little twist in here. And release that and walk your hands back up your leg until you're sitting up tall. And then we'll switch legs. So bringing the right foot into the left thigh, turn your pelvis so you're lined up with that foot that's extended. Toes reach towards the sky. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold towards the foot. Holding at the knee, the shin, the calf, ankle, the side of the foot, the toes, wherever you reach. Being content with where your body is today and listening to it, paying good attention, honoring it. No judgment. Every day is a little different. Just breathe and be present with your body. Listen to it. Go ahead and look at your foot. Take your hand and hold on to the inside arch of the foot. Sweep the arm up and across and reach it out. Opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders. Breathing. Go ahead and switch hands. So bring this hand to the outside of the foot and slide this other arm back as far as is comfortable. Getting a nice twist. Again, working on opening the shoulders. And release that and slide your hands up the leg. Good. We'll come into butterfly pose. So placing the feet against one another. Bring the knees up and then use your elbows. Push them down as you start to lean forward slightly. Opening up the inner thigh, stretching the adductor muscles. Just breathe and be with this. Two more breaths. Excellent. Go ahead and release those legs. We're going to extend them out front. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Make your fingers into peace fingers and see if you can hook them on your big toe. Pick the heels up just slightly and reach forward with a straight, flat back. Breathing. Two more breaths here. And release that. And we'll go ahead and roll all the way down onto our spine. Fully reclined. Extend the legs out. Let the hands turn so the palms are towards the sky. As you inhale, belly rises. As you exhale, belly falls. And just let everything go. Melt into the mat. Soften. Release. Breathing comfortably, easily. Allowing the body to reap all the benefits of our yoga practice today. Shavasana, this is where the body heals itself. Your attention can be on the body as a whole. Your attention can be on the breath as it gently goes in and out at its own pace. Taking a deeper breath, start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, circle the wrists and ankles, both directions. Rub the palms together, rub the soles of the feet together, and extend everything out. Reach the hands above the head, reach the feet away from the hands, reach, 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 stretch. And then hug the right knee into the chest. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Release that back down to the mat. Hug the left knee into the chest. Deep breaths. Massaging our internal organs. Release that back to the mat. Hug both knees into the chest. And rock side to side, massaging out the spine. And on the next time you're on the left side, stay there. Kind of curl into a fetal position, if you will. You can have your arm down or your head resting on the arm. And then using your hands, push yourself into a seated position. Taking deep breaths, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more. Last one. Close the eyes. Thank yourself, honor yourself for showing up, for going through this movement, for connecting in with your core, yourself. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Inhaling, we'll exhale into an Om. Om. May the light and love and divinity in you honor the light and love and divinity in me. I honor you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. It's been a joy and a pleasure. Have a fabulous day and a great week. I'll see you again soon.